On number 10 we have Crossfire Legends. Users outside of Asia may not be too familiar with this video game Crossfire, but that doesn't come close to reflecting the complete success of this PC game that until recently was the most profitable free-to-play game in the world. In fact, this game has been so successful that Tencent Game released the international adaptation for smartphone at the beginning of the last year. The FPS Crossfire Legends bring us the classic PvP mode of the original game and adds new game modes like Inevitable Battle Royale and a one-player Horde mode. And as if that were not enough, the game can be played offline and is able to be played on less powerful devices also. And on number 9 we have Grand Battle Royale. Just take a look at the boxy graphics for a start. The whole map is a 3D pixelated planet that lends the frenetic free for all game a light-hearted touch. You are basically fighting your way around a dystopian Minecraft world, and let's be honest, who doesn't want to go Rambo in a Minecraft once in a while, right? And an added benefit is a zombie mode, which you can see in the gameplay. And on number 8 we have Hopeless Land. This free-to-play title was officially released on Android at the beginning of 2018, offering rounds for 120 players that follow the extremely familiar gameplay. Defeat everyone else as you wander around an enormous island and avoid crossing the invisible wall that gets progressively smaller. In terms of graphic, at its same level as the best games in its genre, offering a stable frame rate even with the highest quality settings. And best of all, despite being so eye-catching, it works perfectly on low-end devices also. And on number 7 we have Knives Out. Knives Out is a battle royale game much like Fortnite and PubG Mobile, and according to a report from an analytics firm Sensor Tower, Knives Out has generated more revenue on Android and iOS than their Epic Games or Tencent's offering. The report states that Knives Out creator NetEase has grossed $465 million worldwide versus Fortnite's $445 million. And in addition to this, it has eclipsed PUBG Mobile's earning too due to being able to monetize in China, something that PUBG Mobile is unable to do just yet due to the local regulations. So I better guess that you don't want to miss this one. And on number 6 we have Survivor Royale. So surviving as long as possible is the goal of the PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, and its brightest stepchild, Survivor Royale, is no different. The gameplay will come to you as no surprise to those familiar with other Battle Royale titles. You are dropped from an airplane onto an island where you have to find out enough weapons and equipment to survive as long as possible. Survivor Royale is a compelling title for lovers of PUBG. The gameplay on Android is very satisfying thanks to its intuitive control that have been adapted to touchscreen and graphics engine that takes your breath away. And all of this in addition to an enormous map, tons of weapons, clothing options, vehicle, means that I cannot recommend Survivor Royale highly enough. And on number 5 we have Rules of Survival. I started this review thinking that I'd mostly be dumping on Rules of Survival since I've already dismissed the game as another PUBG Mobile clone. But this isn't really accurate since NetEase Games released the Rules of Survival a few months earlier than the official PUBG Mobile game. I was pleasantly surprised that this game disproved my prejudice against Rules of Survival in some cases. I really find it easier to aim with scopes in Rules of Survival, and the control layout is very well designed. So I suggest this to have with all the PUBG lovers. And on number 4 we have The Last Survivor. So get ready to parachute into the fierce battlefield with the best survival game ever. This is what they say at least. So there is only one survivor in the chase. Experience with super smooth high resolution display and realistic sound effect as well as many vehicles, weapons. FPS survival fans don't miss it. You might be the last survivor. So now we have top 3, and on number 3 we have Free Fire. I think this is the only application on Play Store which is small and is also fun, and if you are having this you don't have to download PUBG Mobile because this is a really good alternate for this. And I must say that this is the only Battle Royale game which is less than 500 MB. Free Fire is good although it needs some improvement, still it's a wonderful game at this size. If anyone asks me which game you choose except PUBG and Fortnite, I will for sure recommend because this game really deserves it. Better you check this out also. So on number 2 we have our beloved PUBG Mobile. So this mobile version of the popular PC/console game keeps the fast-paced action while improving on the gameplay. PUBG is one of those games that's really hard to put down. The console version was like an action movie with a nonsensical plot, but lots of gunfire. Now take that experience and streamline it for the mobile devices, and now you have got PUBG Mobile. Its biggest surprise isn't just how well the game works on portable devices, but how in some ways it actually improves the overall experience. The default setup feels really natural than expected. It accounts for left or right-handed players, gives quick access to the secondary equipments like grenades, bandages, etc. and lets players quickly swap between things like firing mode, aiming and sprinting. So if you haven't played it till now, I can't recommend it enough. So now we have number 1, and I am 100% sure that you guys would have guessed it already. So this is our most popular and beloved game, Fortnite. So Fortnite Battle Royale became perhaps the most popular game in the world by early 2018 itself. Its cartoonish take on the last player standing gameplay struck a chord with both casual as well as hardcore players. The gameplay isn't really very bloody or gory, but it demands that gamer will be willing to go through many play sessions to improve their strategy and get better at surviving on the ever-shrinking battlefield. There are some moments when players will defeat each other and celebrate their misfortune. So there are some moments when players will defeat others and celebrate their misfortune. But the overall tone of the match is typically light and friendly, which is one of the most important reasons people are so eager to play just one more time again. So friends, all of the links of the mentioned games are there in the description. So go ahead and feel free to download and play it. And if you have any further queries, comments or suggestions, please don't forget to comment. Enjoy.